What expensive purchase have you made that has paid for itself many times over because you saved money in the long run? 23 years ago, I bought a used 1991 Toyota 4-cylinder truck. Paid it off early. It's now 29 years old, and refuses to die. Good gas mileage, low insurance. I changed the oil myself. Hell yeah. I had an 85 pickup growing up, 22R engine, owned a 95 Tacoma for like 10 years and sold it with almost 260k. Then a couple years ago I picked up a 2001 Tacoma with 240k miles on it for $4,000. Put a couple grand into it for maintenance and it became my daily driver while the nicer vehicle sits at home. 255k on it now, and I kinda want to put a turbo on it. Freaking love those trucks. New windows on our house. Replaced the old single pane metal framed windows. It was like a waterfall of cold air coming off of them and the noise from the street was obnoxious. Heating bill was cut in half. I wish my landlord would understand this. When I moved back to my hometown over a year ago I bought a 27 sailboat to live on because rent here is outrageous. Boat cost $4,500 to buy, and moorage at a decent marina is about $170 per month. Rent for a studio apartment or 1BI here is $900 $1,300. Every month I save between $600 and $1,100, so the boat paid for itself in 4 to 9 months. Plus I live in a sailboat down at the marina sounds so much better than I live in a van down by the river. How much maintenance do you need to perform on a boat? Is it less than if you drove it around all the time? Quality cold weather gear. Not only does it work better and look better, I've had a couple jackets for over 5 years now that see heavy use. Meanwhile I have a couple friends that basically buy and throw away cheap gear every season. Works like shit, looks like shit, ends up in a landfill, costs more in the long run. Lose, 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 lose. Always buy after Christmas. I've had good luck the third week of January. I think my top of the line Eddie Bauer parka was about 75% off. This is so accurate. When I was in high school I would always buy cheap winter coats on sale for like $20 that would barely last all winter. Before I went to university in a province that has way more snow and is way colder I bought a $400 jacket. That was in 2012, I wore it every day for all those winters and just last year the zipper broke. It can easily be fixed and besides that the jacket is still in perfect condition. Bought a really expensive pair of shoes with my first salary, almost 1/4 of my salary then. They were super comfortable and really sturdy. Didn't have to buy another pair for years. I still have them somewhere almost as good as new. Got tired of wearing them and bought a new pair. Cheap shoes suck. I had to stop buying Skechers because they'd last me a year and start falling apart. Laser printers are expensive up front, but they will save you lots of money by no longer needing cartilages. Also is less wasteful because of it. Edit, cartridges, not cartilages. You don't even have to cut off that nose of yours. It's a damn steal. Also, one look at my inbox killed me inside. I guess thanks for that. I love the autocorrect here. I'm imagining people cutting off their ears and noses in order to supply their inkjet printers. Bloodjet. Now I know what kind of printer Satan uses to print out contracts. I just bought a 2-pack of toner on Amazon for $30. Each one will print around 3,000 pages which lasts me about 5 years, so it costs me around $3 a year to print as much as I do. I've had the printer since 2005. Inkjets are dumb and the results blow. I have printed recipes that have been in my cooking binder for 15 years through all kinds of cooking messes and not a single run of ink. Probably because it fuses toner to the page rather than squirting watercolors. Fucking rechargeable batteries. Xbox players save millions. Ah, hell yeah. We have a bank of AA rechargeable batteries for the 4 Xbox players in the house. I have a bike. Not even an expensive one, Just a regular bike that I use to go to work every day. It's an half-hour ride. I no longer use public transportation or a car, so I save money on gas or metro tickets. Cycling an hour a day is enough to keep in okay shape, so I don't need to go to the gym. Best money I have ever spent. Can you shower at work? Same, bought a bike for $100. Bus to work was $200 a month. So yeah, I saved loads over the tax year and also got much fitter. I bought a 500.00 bicycle to use as my main transportation. 500 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're only making 8 an hour, it took some time to save up for it. With public transportation being $2.50 a ride, the bike paid for itself in about 3 months. I used that bike for about 3 years. I still have it, but I moved, so I can't use it for the same purposes. Same. I bought a bike that was probably almost $500 after tax. Not really even that expensive for a bike, but pricey when you're making minimum wage. Such a smooth ride compared to the $100 bikes I bought and destroyed from big box stores. Plus my bike shop will do a quick tune-up every season for free. A good bike is life-changing. Stuff like this is why I wish more cities were bicycle-friendly. All you have to do is front the cost of a good bicycle and maybe make the occasional repair, and you get your exercise, save on transportation-related expenses, and aren't contributing to traffic tie-ups. When my wife and I first started dating, she wanted to learn to cut hair and wanted a pair of scissors that cost $25, which was a lot for us then. She offered that if I bought her the scissors, she'd cut my hair for free as long as we were together. She lied. After 25 years she declared that she'd repaid me for the scissors and was going to stop cutting my hair. Still not a bad deal. 25 years of free haircuts. If you went every 2 weeks at $10 a visit. That's a $6,500 return on a $25 investment. Not bad. But was she still using the very same scissors? Congrats on being together long enough to cash in that scissor money. A really good water bottle and to-go mug. Stainless steel and insulated, not the most expensive purchase but expensive for cups. It's so worth it. I have never had an Algene water bottle break or leak on me. The only reason I've had to purchase a new one is because I lost one or two moving house. My sister got me a hydro flask as a gift about 5 years ago. It has been dropped dozens of times but still has ice in it after an 8-hour shift in a hot factory. A very expensive suit. This was the late 90s and I was 20 years old, getting paid by the hour to do glorified help desk work. I had dropped out of college a couple semesters in because I needed to work. A recruiter called me out of the blue saying they needed someone right away. Could I interview the next day? The employer was the largest privately held company in the US and they had a reputation for being a very conservative suit and tie operation. All I had was a poor-fitting sport coat I got when I worked at Circuit City. I called my father and he said go to Nordstrom's, explain the situation and they'll get one done for you. So that's what I did, and $600 later I'd emptied my bank account and was walking out the door with a new suit freshly altered that night. I did the interview and just hit it out of the park. They offered me $55,000 starting salary to do app support. Which in the 90s was a crap ton of money for a guy going from making not a lot of money. Kenmore washer and dryer purchased new from Sears in 1998. They are still going strong and I guarantee when they do kick the bucket, the new washer and dryer I'll have to get from Lowe's will be lucky to last 10 years. My wife and I have been sorting pictures. We found one of my grandson's first day home from hospital. Our tan Maytag washer dryer is in the back of the photo, just delivered days earlier. The same Maytag is still working daily. It does at least a load a day, she just needs a belt every 3 years. High quality tools. I've been through so many shitty tools, basically anything you can buy at the local OB, it's all made in China and not worth anything. Older German or British tools are fantastic and will last 100 years with some love. Funny enough, some of the best tools I've ever used came from garage sales or estate sales. They typically came from older people who'd had them for years but no longer need them, and the best part is that they can be incredibly cheap. I moved from the US to Brazil and there was no legitimate and cheap way to bring my 300 plus ratchet set or my simple tools. I basically gave my friend close to $10,000 and didn't flinch. I hope he uses them. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.